Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Thursday, January 10th, 2019, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the moon is in Pisces. Now when the moon's in Pisces, it brings our attention to the past. A lot of times reviewing the past, learning from the past. It also brings a lot of our attention to inward, to figuring out what's going on spiritually, emotionally, internally, and what we need to feel more at peace in our lives. Now what we've got happening early this morning, maybe right before we wake up, is this moon in Pisces making a sextile over here to Mercury in Capricorn. What I think this can bring are very, very positive conversations, if not with other people, then with yourself. Some positive thoughts that you may be having about what you're feeling inside and about what you need to do in order to structure your feelings better, take care of your emotions, maybe move past any uncomfortable feelings. There may also be some good conversations or insights that also occur at that time about what you need to do in order to move forward, to overcome old habits, and to make sure that old habits don't continue to weigh you down in the future. So I do like this alignment, I think, really helping you to move forward and to feel better, or to understand what you may need to do in the near future to move forward, feeling better internally and overcoming old things that have been hard for you. The next alignment that the moon's going to make is going to be now towards the end of the day, towards dinner time. Around dinner time, this moon in Pisces is then going to make a sextile over here to Saturn, which is running pretty close to Mercury. This, again, I also believe can bring lots of positive opportunities for us to feel more stable, more secure, for us to feel like our life is starting to go in some different direction and like we're committing to that in more of a positive, more of an easy kind of way to start to do things that are better for us, even if we're just now at the very beginning of this new and better, more stable and secure life direction that we are working towards. Okay, so I do like that. What's going to happen a few hours after that, now still around dinner time, the moon then in Pisces is then going to square Jupiter over here in Sagittarius. And what this could bring are lots of feelings, big feelings with Jupiter involved. Can be, I like to think they're good with Jupiter involved and with Jupiter being in Sagittarius, but they can be a little bit disturbing at times by how deeply you feel things as well. What I think is going on here is that we want to do something new. We're starting to see new doors, new opportunities, new adventures open up before our eyes. Things are getting happier, lighter, more optimistic. And perhaps that can be a little bit uncomfortable with the moon in Pisces because we're still trying to deal with old things. We're still trying to work things out internally to get comfortable with what our new life, or with what our life is now, has become, or is now becoming, that we're in the process of creating, that could bring up a lot of feelings. I think perhaps earlier in the day we got some stability, we put some structure in our life, or we got some more insights about what we needed to bring that structure into our lives to feel better. And maybe once we got those insights, we start to get more excited, more optimistic about what we need, even if we're scared and uncomfortable about the new adventures that lay before us. I think there could be lots of feelings that come up where we're at least starting to feel a little bit better there about what is going on. What happens after that? Now as we're starting to move towards bedtime, as the moon then moves further through Pisces and makes a conjunction here to Neptune as you see it in this chart. What that can bring at nighttime could be some confusion. Could be that could occur, but could also be an increased desire and need to go inward, to meditate, to get right with yourself spiritually, maybe to be alone or to spend some time alone in reflection of some sort. Perhaps after we put the structures in place earlier today, or got the insights about what we need to do to feel way better about our life and where it's going, maybe we started to think more about our new adventures in life, about stepping into the new, and maybe that got us a little bit out of balance. Maybe we went a little bit overboard. Maybe a lot of feelings came up about some new thing that we're doing, and maybe what needs to happen before bedtime is that we need to come back home to ourselves, calm it down a little bit, get more in touch with our spirituality and what we're feeling, so that we can start to move forward once again, especially in another day or two at this first quarter moon in Aries, acting and doing things in the way that we need to support all of these insights in a way that feels more comfortable. All right, so that is my first thing that I want to say for today. get insights about what you need to do to structure your life better and to feel better about the direction your life is going in, okay? And once you do that, enjoy it, but don't go overboard stepping into something new and exciting quite yet, because I do believe there may still be some things internally and emotionally that we need to work out before we start to take major strides forward in a big way to do things that we need. That brings me to my second point. What I'm going to talk about here, number 2, is Mercury coming into a conjunction in a Saturn and Mercury coming into a conjunction with Saturn and in a square over here with Mars. Sorry, I just like messed up my chart. Maybe I'll go back. Oops, there we go. Mercury over here in a square with Saturn I want to talk about next, number 2. Mercury in a conjunction with Saturn here and in a square with Mars. What this can bring is a lot of conversations, perhaps. I don't even know. I think conversations today are actually going to be pretty positive, but there could be part of us with this alignment in our mind that wants to do, that wants to go, that wants to act, that's impatient, that's frustrated, that has a lot of these decisions that you want to make to move forward, and that could be a little bit worried about, well, why isn't this happening? Why am I not moving forward? Why are things not going at the pace that I want them to go at? And I think needing to realize here that things are moving along fine, that you actually are taking big leaps forward by really not doing that much. I think a lot of the work that's going on right now is internal stuff, is spiritual. You're going to see things start to move forward and take off in a very, very big way with all of these planets in the sky now direct, which is unusual for so many planets to be direct all at once here. And I think just needing today, especially with this moon here in Pisces, to get right with yourself emotionally, to deal with old stuff, to deal with past stuff so that you can start to move forward at a later date, and to be patient now and to not be mad at yourself, to not beat yourself up, to not beat other people up if things aren't moving forward in quite the way that you think they should just yet. Things actually are moving forward. They're just moving forward behind the scenes first before they come out into the light of day later, and hang tight while that occurs. Now, the third and last thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the sun is in a conjunction with Pluto. What this can bring this week, this happens once a year, is great change in the direction of your life, especially after a new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn. I think our life is now starting to go, or we're realizing our life now needs to go in some new and different direction. I think we are getting there, but I think there may be a few more changes we still have to make this week in order to, especially internally, or maybe some changes external as a result of something internal that's going on that still needs to be done in order for us to move forward. And with this alignment, I want to say, do not be afraid. Sometimes Pluto can bring up fears. If your life seems to be transforming or going in some different direction, and don't be afraid to make the adjustments that you need externally to match the internal truths that are being revealed. I do believe, again, I know I'm going to say this again, the moon in Pisces, a lot is going on inside you. You have to honor those emotions and do what you can to help the outside reflect what's going on inside you. And once you do that and make those changes that you need, then you're going to start to see other things fall into place and add up one by one in accordance with what you desire and with the intention that you have now set, especially again at this new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn. So that is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.